Let's discuss now the other atmospheric pollutants, which are nitrogen oxides, sulfur dioxide, and particulates. We have mentioned previously that fossil fuels not only contain hydrocarbons, but also they contain some impurities, and these impurities may contain sulfur. So all fossil fuels contain at least some sulfur. When a fossil fuel is burned, the sulfur in this fossil fuel will react with oxygen gas to form a gas which is called sulfur dioxide, SO2. This is an acidic gas and it's a toxic gas as well. Sulfur dioxide actually is bad for the environment because it will cause acid rain. Acid rain will damage trees and it will kill animals and plant life in lakes. Moreover, acid rain is also bad for buildings, especially those which are made of limestone and metal structures. So, when burning a fuel containing some sulfur impurities, sulfur will react with oxygen to produce sulfur dioxide gas, and this will cause acid rain. Acid rain is bad for the environment because it will damage trees, it will kill animals and plant lives, and it will attack buildings. The question is, can we remove these sulfur impurities from the fuel before burning it? And the answer is yes, we can. So in petrol and diesel for cars and in gas-fired power stations, the sulfur impurities will be removed from a fuel before the fuel is burnt. In coal-fired power stations, sulfur dioxide, SO2, will be removed from the waste or from the flue gases by reacting it with basic calcium oxide or calcium hydroxide. So sulfur impurities can be removed from the fuel before burning it in petrol and diesel for cars and in gas-fired power stations. However, in a coal-fired power station, we will remove sulfur dioxide, SO2 gas, which will be removed from the waste by reacting it with basic calcium oxide or calcium hydroxide. Actually, the high temperature inside an engine will make the unreactive nitrogen gas, N2 gas, react with oxygen in the air. So the reaction between nitrogen and oxygen will produce nitrogen oxides. For example, we can have NO, NO2, NO3. All of these are toxic gases and they can trigger some people's asthma. In addition to that, nitrogen oxides also may cause acid rain. Diesel engines will burn hydrocarbons which have bigger molecules than those in petrol engines. So when using a diesel engine and burning large molecules, these large molecules will react with oxygen in an engine, however they will not burn completely. Tiny solid particles which contain carbon and unburnt hydrocarbons will be produced, and these are called particulates. So these solid particles, which contain carbon and unburnt hydrocarbons, are particulates and they will be carried into the air. The problem is that they travel into the upper atmosphere and they reflect sunlight back into space, and this causes global dimming. Moreover, scientists suggest that these particulates may damage the cells in our lungs and they may even cause cancer. So that's why particulates are considered atmospheric pollutants, because they will travel into the upper atmosphere and they will reflect sunlight back into the space. This will cause global dimming and they have bad effects on our health. So they may damage the cells in our lungs and they may even cause cancer.